DCTV 274 production, a channel meant to spread evangelical mission, reflections, church news, interviews on church matters, socio-political issues, and other marriage matters, both young and nice content, all kinds of invitation cards, even movies. DCTV 274 production.
Hi, this is my channel. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. DCTV, the channel for
What
everyone.
coping mechanism do you recommend for managing stress and emotional overwhelm?
For me, I use the confrontational method.
Okay.
One, by asking questions. Why are you depressed?
Okay.
Then what do you hope to achieve? What do you hope to achieve? So now, if you are emotionally drained, then what do you have to do? What do you have to achieve? Why do you stress yourself? Because you see that those who are stressed have something that they are pursuing or something they expect to have.
Okay.
So now, when you are doing this, the question is, why are you doing that? You say, what do you hope to achieve? Because when you stress over something, will you change the situation? Secondly, when you do this and it results, sickness results from that,
Okay.
what do you do? You are thinking about all this, the stress and everything. Eventually, you develop high BP. What do you do? What do you say to that? How do you handle that? So another thing is for coping mechanism. I think the serenity prayer is the best. By believing whatever you can do, what you can change, okay, you try to change, and what you cannot change, you allow it. Allow it. So that is it. And then the only thing you have to do is to have the courage to change what you can change.
Okay.
And then relax over what you cannot do. And you find out that those of them, like the people we say, these are people who, like the Hausa say about women, those who don't care about
anything.
You see, they live long and they don't have serious sickness.
Okay.
Meanwhile, when we struggle to do this, in the end, what do you hope? What do you hope to achieve? So that stress, we develop that stress, we develop that emotional problems, yet we cannot do anything about it. So that's why I have to use the psychological method of confrontation to confront the person. What are you doing? What do you hope to achieve? And how do you handle the sickness that comes from it? Then, have you heard about serenity prayer? Then, what can you do? What you cannot change, what do you do?
What if in the situation of somebody who doesn't pray?
Now, when I talk about serenity prayer, I'm not talking about praying. I'm
Okay.
talking about the contents of that word, the serenity prayer.
Okay.
That is, you see, like the person said, oh God, help me to do this. But yourself, you can ask yourself, what I cannot change, what do I do?
Okay.
Just allow it. And then what I can change, what do I do? Is to develop the courage to do that, whether you're praying or not, but to have the courage to do that. And that is it. So if you can do that,
Change what you can change,
change
and
what
what
you
you
can
cannot change yourself.
leave it all. Whether you are going to church or not.
Thank you, Father. As a priest and psychologist, how do you think the church should respond to social injustice contributing to Nigerians' economic crisis presently now?
This is where I think the church has to be proactive.
Okay.
The church has to be proactive. It's not a question of, yes, praying is good, preaching is good, but it requires action.
Okay.
And as far as Nigeria is concerned, I've seen the problem of Nigeria and I've seen some other areas and some other countries and what happens there. I found out that unless the church is proactive, they cannot achieve much. So, yes, we can get communique and then ask people to pray and everything, but it doesn't end there.
Okay.
We have to help people to this injustice that is happening. We have to confront some of them. And the way we can confront some of these injustices by confronting those in authority, the government, the politicians. But I see the church romancing with them. And then we can't achieve much when these things are happening. I'm not saying that they should have to confront them. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about the church taking a stand. For instance, if you are maltreating the child staying with you,
Okay.
and I tell you that I don't like this, I can decide not to come to your house because of the child you're maltreating. I can decide not to do the partner with you because of this. So when I take that action, then you know that I'm really serious. So if injustices are happening and all this, and the church talks about it and doesn't act about it, no, it doesn't help. Then I feel if we are proactive, sometimes when we're talking about protest, what prevents the church leading the protest?
Okay.
So if there's a protest and then all the people, beginning from the bishop, the priest, and everything, they come out and say, these things that our people are suffering, what do you do? And you see that it will make people to understand that this is very serious. But where people just protest and then the church relaxes, how do they help them?
In a situation like this, I want to raise up something.
Okay.
There was a time, it was like everywhere that the Yorubas in Lagos State were like saying Igbos should go. And you and I know that if you go to Lagos State now, 90% of those who are building the churches in Lagos are Igbos.
Yeah.
And I didn't see the church in Lagos addressing that issue.
That is precisely what I'm talking about. That's what I mean by the church being proactive. When that situation came up, now I expected the Bishop of Lagos, or the Bishop of Lagos, and the priest to speak against those things. I expect them to act and say, if not attack, to say, no, this is wrong. Why do you have to do this? But they all kept quiet. And this is happening, and the people that are being maltreated are those who are building your church, are those who are coming to your church. Now, assuming all the Igbos in Lagos leave, think about the church. So now we are at stake. The church is at stake as far as that is concerned. So that is why the leaders of the church have to do something about it. They can't just keep quiet when this is happening. The same thing applicable to the whole of Nigeria. So we expect that the church have to do something about it to lead some of these things. For example, if the way people are being maltreated, and then every person, both the Catholics and other denominations, we all rise and then speak against that, you see that there will be changes.
Yes, because I think that recently people are beginning to react towards us.
That is it.
For instance, you go to a filling station and maybe the person selling food will want to say, Father, come and they'll say, Father and them.
Exactly.
You people are the cause of our problem because people are not talking.
That is
because people are comfortable.
So, because if you don't talk, then people think it silent means consent.
Okay.
So when you don't talk, then people, and when you are talking, people know that you are talking. Yes. People know that you are talking. Even if you have talked and you're not listening to people know that you have spoken.
Okay.
So
and this is the part of you speaking your opinion.
Speaking and then playing your own part. Okay, now, like I say, most of these politicians who are making things difficult for us, they come to church. Yes. How do we receive them? Even in the church. How do we treat them when they come around? How do we talk to them? Can't we call them and ask them what is happening? The church can invite them and then ask them what is happening. And then, even if, I know that some of them may have some difficulties and everything, but when you ask them, they present the difficulty we're having, and then see something and say, we'll do something about it. But the fact is that, like I said, in most cases, we romance with them. And so, they take it as nothing. And then when people say this, remember that people who come to church, they notice that this is what is happening and we are receiving them. These are the people who are making things difficult for them. These are the people who refuse to be their rules. These are the people who refuse to work on the electricity and everything. Now they come to church and they see you receiving them, even clapping for them and everything, allowing them to speak. Then tomorrow you come to the filling station and expect people to respect you? No. But when you make those points that this is not right and everything, so when they see you tomorrow, they say yes. That's why they can respect you.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.
This is TV274 production, a channel meant to spread evangelical mission, reflections, church news, interviews on church matters, socio-political issues, and other marriage matters, both young and nice content, all kinds of invitation cards, even movies. This is TV274 production.